Heart of the City Festival. My name is Terry Hunter, and I'm the Executive Director of Vancouver Moving Theatre and Artistic Producer of the Downtown Eastside Heart of the City Festival. And I also carry the name Nanguga, which means Industrious One in Haida. And it's my great pleasure on behalf of the festival to welcome you to this 18th annual festival. It's been quite a ride getting here. As you know, we're all living under COVID, and this has been challenging times. And the festival has been really shifting from being primarily in community to being broadcast like we are today. And that's been a big challenge for us, but it's also been a great learning experience, and it's been a great opportunity. The theme of this year's festival is stories that we need to hear. And this theme came out of this year's festival out of the community in conversation with members of the community, saying that we need to tell our stories about what we're experiencing during times of COVID, what we're experiencing during this time of the fentanyl crisis and the times of homelessness, and how we can tell our stories and have hope and have dreams. We will tell our pain and to give hope to us and bring light to the world. So that's where the theme came from this year. And one of the big lights in our community is the Carnegie Community Center. They've been a partner with us since the beginning, and we love them dearly. They're a really foundational element here in the community. And the reason why this festival is happening is because of the Carnegie Community Center. They've been an amazing partner, and the staff here is incredible. And now it's my distinct pleasure to welcome to the stage Sharon Belli, who is the interim director of the Carnegie Community Center. Sharon, welcome, and thank you so much for what you and the Carnegie Community Center are doing for our community and for the partnership that we have with you. We greatly value and greatly appreciate this center and the work that you're doing for our community. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thanks for the warm welcome, Terry, and welcome everyone. I want to, on behalf of the Carnegie Community Center and the City of Vancouver, I want to welcome you once again, Heart of the City Festival and community members, to the historic Carnegie Community Center in the historic neighborhood of the downtown east side. It is our honor and our privilege to welcome back the Heart of the City Festival, and I want to extend my gratitude to Terry, to Teresa, and the whole crew for bringing art to the community for the past 18 years. And what's more important now than ever before during COVID times is to really immerse ourselves in the splendor of art in all forms. So I really appreciate all that you do, and even more so, recognizing the amazing and immense talent that the Downtown East Side community members have, and highlighting their talents each and every year. Thank you, Terry, and to the Heart of the City Festival for doing that. And now it is my distinct and pleasure and honor to introduce you to somebody very integral and important to the Carnegie Community Center, Gilles Cyrenne. Gilles is our president of the Carnegie Community Center Association. Gilles is an amazing person. He offers so much service to this community and to the center. So thank you, Gilles, for all of your help.
Okay. Thank you, Sharon, for that great welcome. Much appreciated. As president of Carnegie, I'm listening and hearing great stories from this community all the time. Every day is a new story and a new adventure. And I really want to welcome everybody to this Heart of the City Festival, where we will hear many stories over the next 10 days or so. It's just a great pleasure, and I'm really grateful to be a part of Carnegie and a part of this community and a part of this festival. Recently I've participated in several workshops listening to Indigenous history from a Canadian point of view, which has been a real eye-opener. There are kind of bits and pieces that I knew, but when you hear it all in one big chunk, it's just amazing. And I'm wanting to hear more and more from my Indigenous brothers and sisters. I study economics a little bit, and when the early Indigenous people from Canada were brought to Europe, they were just appalled at the social conditions that existed in European cities, at the differences in between the wealth and the extreme poverty, because there was no poverty in indigenous communities. And as a student of economics, I'm wondering, how do we accomplish that? Einstein, who was a pretty smart cookie, said, "The real purpose of socialism is precisely to overcome and advance beyond the predatory phase of human development." And in studying Canadian Indigenous history and the history of other minority communities, I just see how predatory capitalism and colonialism were. And I'm hoping that by listening to more people's stories, I will learn ways in which we can transform our economies to be more equitable and more fair. And as part of this community, one of the things that Carnegie does is to work with people in the community to try to create a more equal and equitable world. And as the living room of the Downtown East Side, we do our bit to help that happen. So thank you very much. I hope you all enjoy this festival. And I would like to introduce, I think our next speaker is Elder Les. And Elder Les has become a good friend and a really, really great, valuable part of our Carnegie community. Hello, Les, and come on up. Thank you all.
Thank you, Gilles. That was wonderful. We're just waiting for Les and Marr to make their way to the stage. One of the wonderful things about the Carnegie Community Center is that they have an elder in residence program, and they have a matriarch in residence program. And this has been a wonderful development here at the Carnegie. And it's really showing a real indigenization of the Carnegie Community Center, a whole decolonization, to use the jargon. And it's been a really wonderful development that's come over the last couple of years. And Elder Les and Matriarch Marr do such a wonderful job with the work that they do. Come on up, Elder Les, and take your spot at the mic there. Ladies and gentlemen, Elder Les, over to you, sir.
Thank you, Terry. Hello, people out there. My name is Leslie Nelson, Elder in Residence of Carnegie. Kwak, kwak, kwakiwak, kuskamu, nuchal. I'd like to acknowledge that we're here on unceded territory of the Musqueam, Tsleil-Waututh, it's Squamish, that they let us work, play, and do as we do now, as we are about to do. I guess I'm going to show you how to solve SMUDs on while you're doing it yourself at home. Some people have their own, what do you call, space for doing their own self-smudging for themselves, but I'm just putting a little extra here for the demonstration I'm going to show. Sometimes you do take your jewelry off unless you are willing to let it go. From I heard from another teach, and this is what you call like. Drawing a blank here, like see good. Your ear, so you can hear good. And your mouth, so you can speak good. And when you're just like you do your whole, it's like you're taking a bath, you just grab this rope and just put it all over yourself, get all that bad energy that you may have picked up, and that you're just making yourself feel a lot better. Enlighten your heart. Do your hand, your arm, so you can do things in a good way. Do your, see, I almost lost the ring. You do your leg, your feet, so you can walk good. And this is self-smuds. And after someone is, if you did it at a street or someplace in the community, you'd get a prayer tie. So you could say your prayer and put it in the ocean, put it by a tree, and buried by a live cedar tree, preferable. Or a live plant. So I'm going to virtually smudge you, if you like, you face the screen, and just do like what I just did. The eye, mouth, ear, and throw the smudge over your shoulders. Your arm, hand, enlighten your heart, and your leg. Do your leg, your feet, so you can walk good. Now if you turn your back, and which I just forgot, I'll show you after this. Turn your back, I'll smudge your back. And when I say Galikasla, that means I am done. I am doing your back right now. And I say Galikasla. There's one thing I forgot to show you on the self-smuds was also, I hope you're feeling better. You grab your smudge bowl and you go around 4 times to your back. It's just like what I did to your back. I'm doing my back, and this is self-smuds. Make sure there's 4. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that, and we shall Am Galagasla, and I will see you again. Hope to see you. Galagasla.
Hi, my name is Marr Dorvault. I'm from the Gidsan Nation. I'm a matriarch and an elder because a lot of our elders have gone. And I guess it's our turn to continue teaching teaching all the younger people than all of us, and the ones that didn't know about the West Coast, cedar brushing. Cedar brushing is cleansing the spirit of our people. You have to go out and harvest the cedar, and you give some tobacco or medicine to honor that tree for giving it to us, to give us the boughs that we need for cleansing. And it's on the West Coast that we have a lot of cedar. I did not learn all these till I came to Vancouver, because we weren't allowed to use it before. We weren't allowed to practice our culture, our spirituality, because our parents didn't teach us. Because everything that they did, it was hidden. I remember my dad used to go up in the mountains. He used to bring us with him. And he'd have a little pack with him, and I didn't know what it was. But he was carrying medicine with him to cleanse himself and do prayers and ask permission for everything, what we're doing. Because if they were teaching us, they would have gone to jail. They would have gone to, we would have been all in residential school, because our parents couldn't teach us. I came to Vancouver, or down south here, and I learned about the cleansing and smudging and everything. My dad used to put medicine on a big wooden stove that we had. It's a pot-belly stove that he used to heat the house with, and he used to put medicine on it, and it would burn all day or all night, whenever he needed it. But he didn't tell us what it was for. Now I know what it was, because after I got older, he told us a few things about it, but not really to use. So I have 2 cedar boughs here with ties on it. And I also have a feather, an eagle feather. I got this from my dad's, mom and dad's garden. We had to walk 2 miles to get it, but this is what I got from there. And also, I have a rattle. This was made here in Carnegie, and the handle is made with natural wood. And I have some water here, distilled water. That's what we use, distilled water, which is used for the medicine. And before I start, I'll use this. It's to break down the energy of the body. And you start from the head and to the side. And down to the body. Down to the legs. The feet. Thank you. If these boughs are carrying any kind of negative energy, the water will help it. The water will help to break it down and take it to the earth. Usually 4 rounds. And you start from the top, the head. And then the arms, and then the front. Then you turn around and do the back. And while you're doing the brushing, you actually start praying. You do the breathing like 4 times, 3 or 4 times, deep breaths. Because we don't learn how to breathe at all. We don't learn how to breathe very deep. We shallow breathe a lot. And because you're breathing deeper, you're actually strengthening your energy. I'd like to thank you for listening to this. And also when you're taking these back to the ground, you actually can bring them back to where you got them from. You put down medicine like tobacco, sage, or whatever medicine you're carrying, and thank the tree for giving it to us. Thank the ancestors for leading you there. The ancestors are the ones that are helping us. Sometimes the tree comes down, the branches come down when you ask for it and you pray for it, and you give some medicine to honor that tree for giving it to you, and then it goes back right to the ground after you wash it with distilled water. It takes all the energy away, and the water goes back under the tree too, so the water will help the tree grow more. Thank you so much. Amaya. Thank you.
Thank you, Elder Marr, Matriarch Marr, and thank you, Elder Les, for those beautiful teachings and the sharing and the healing that you brought to the opening of the festival. And thank you for those stories that we needed to hear. It's now my distinct pleasure to introduce the festival's elder in residence, Kat Norris. She's been a long-time associate of the festival. We began working with Kat back in 2003 when we did the community play, which then launched the Heart of the City Festival in 2004. And Kat is an activist and a regular in the downtown east side. And she's also being featured at the Heart of the City Festival with one of the productions that she's doing. And Kat is not able to join us here in studio, so we're actually Zooming over to Kat's home, where she's going to do a welcome from her home. Ladies and gentlemen, Kat Norris, the festival's elder in residence. In 5 seconds, it's coming. I'm just making the transfer. And I'll wait for the thumbs up from our brilliant
AG
technical
Daniel,
team.
right?
And we have her. All right.
Hello, everyone. Haichka siem nasye ya namo square. Hai zapka. We give thanks for this beautiful, beautiful day. And we give thanks to the people of this beautiful, beautiful territory that we are all so blessed to live on. The unceded Coast Salish territory of the Musqueam people, our relatives, the Squamish people, and the Tsleil-Waututh people. We give high thanks on this day. And I want to welcome you all to enjoy this year, the 18th annual Heart of the City Festival 2021. So we start today. So I hope you enjoy all of the beautiful, beautiful performances, the cultural sharings, the stories we need to hear. The stories that we need to hear from the people all across the globe, the people that converge on this beautiful territory. We all live our lives in our different ways. We all have a story to share. We give high thanks to the crew of Vancouver Moving Theatre, from the volunteers all the way up to Terry, Savannah, Teresa, and Jody, our promotions, for all of their hard work. All the people that you're not going to see behind the scenes, they work so hard day to day, setting things up, setting up the sets and the sound in our Zoom. So I want to give thanks to everyone that has any small part to do with putting on this beautiful festival. Untitled Chapter. My name is Kat Norris. I'm the elder in residence for the festival, and I'm very honored to hold this position. I just need my crown, but I'm very proud to be a part of this movement of theater, of sharing of voices and allowing this venue to be an outlet for those who wouldn't normally have their voices heard in our communities and the people of the downtown east side. Their voices are heard, their stories are told, their lives are shared for us all to see and hear and feel, and hopefully feel, to understand that it doesn't matter where you come from, it doesn't matter where you live. We're all human beings equal on this earth, created by one higher power. And we all need to have that opportunity to be valued, to be heard. So make sure you register ahead of time so you don't miss any of the shows. And as you probably know by now, this is offered all free, mainly free, and some by donation, but help out where you can, even a few dollars will help. So thank you so much for joining us this year's 2021 Heart of the City Festival. And again, I give thanks to the people of this territory, and I want to share out the song, Chief Dan George song, Coast Salish Anthem. And you hear it every year, and I'll sing it every year to honor this territory and the people. Oh, hello, Ilo, oh, hey, oh, hello, Ilo, oh, hey, hey, la, ha, hey, la, ha, hey, hey. Oh, ho, ho, hey, la, ha, hey, hey. And whatever you believe, and if you believe in the Creator or whatever you believe in, we send out a good prayer to all of the families out there, to all of our families, to all the people that are working for this play, volunteering their time, sharing their hearts. We send out a prayer to the people of the downtown east side and their families who are also praying for them, to the people that are dealing with illnesses, dealing with COVID, and that are in the hospitals and hospices. We send out love and light to each and every one of you, and we hope you can grab onto it and enrich your own heart and your mind and your spirit. OCM, this is Kat Norris. We'll see you soon. Hajka.
Thank you, Elder Kat, and thank you for everything you do for our community. for keeping us strong, for lifting our spirits and being resilient and bringing that resilience to our community. And speaking of being strong and being resilient and lifting the spirits of the community, it's my distinct pleasure to welcome to the stage Diane Wood. She's, I can just say legendary. She's a legendary poet in this community, activist, does so much for this community. Poet, artist, visual artist, rabble-rouser, activist, and a dear friend. And Diane also did the incredible triptych here and the imagery of the logo for the festival, and we're really appreciative of all the work that you're doing for the festival and for our community. And Diane, you have a couple of poems for us?
I do. The first poem is by Sandy Cameron, who many of you may remember, and it pretty much seems to summarize the theme of the festival for this year. It's called Telling Stories. We need to tell our own stories. If we don't tell our stories, people with power will tell our stories for us, and we won't like what they say. When we tell our stories, we reach out to each other and build community. We share our pain, we share our hope, we share our laughter and our determination. When we tell our stories, we draw our own maps and we question the maps of the powerful. Each of us has something to tell, something to teach. We speak the language of the heart here in the downtown east side, the soul of Vancouver. Yeah, Sandy loved this community. He was a very, very helpful and amazing man. Yeah. So thank you for allowing me the honor of reading his poem. This poem I wrote, we included it in a book that we put out in 2018, which is also called Listen to Our Words, Stories from the Carnegie Learning Center, 35 years of writing from the Carnegie Learning Center. Are we on a cusp? Charging into the future, trampling the good old days. Are we on the edge of extinction like the dinosaurs? I did my growing up on the streets of another city. So now, when you see a chubby middle-aged woman, you have no idea of what a wild thing I was. A city girl who wanted to run away with the circus. So when I moved here from Montreal, it was like I'd moved to a village where the bars closed on Sunday and where people had nothing better to do than stop at red lights. And the only hitchhikers were hookers. The most fascinating aspect of Vancouver was the profusion of village idiots. And I had landed in the middle of the town square, the downtown east side, and I loved it. Where jokers, wild men, and lonely hearts ruled. Everybody lived and partied here. Real artists painted in artists' lofts that now only architects can afford. The welfare family, hidden in a honeycomb in Gastown, migrated from free sandwiches to free clothes to free showers, lucky to get hot water. The shabby old men I cleaned for as a homemaker used to be loggers and lawyers. Now they were just drunks with a pocket full of pills they sell in the bar. They relive their glory days after a few beers with stories of houses and wives and jobs that have disappeared. What changed my view? Was it the shit on my doorstep? Loud sailors ripping up street signs? Or being beaten bloody by a drunk suburban stranger? I still live here. The artists have moved. The free clothes have bed bugs. And I have my own shower now. Thank you.
Thank you, Diane. And also thank you for nurturing all the poets and the voices of this community. There's an incredible number of poetry being produced in this community in the downtown east side. I think this is the poetry center of Vancouver for certain. And you know, the stories and the voices of this community are told through many forms. And one of the forms that it's being told through is through grass dancing. And we have an a downtown east side involved resident by the name of Larissa Healey, who is LGBT, she's two-spirited, and she's finding her culture and her way of living through grants dancing. And it's through her work that she's healing herself and she's inspiring our community. And now it's my pleasure to introduce to you Larissa Healey. This is a videotape that we did of her and a fellow dancer and the group Love Medicine, which is a downtown east side based big drum group. And they have a grass dance that they're going to show for you. And this was videotaped at the Fire Hall Arts Center last August. Grass dance by Larissa Healey and friends.
Ani bonjour. Manui, Adishnikas, Ugukui, Nimikons, Winnipeg, Manitoba. My colonial name is Larissa Healey. My spirit name is Ugukui Nimikons, which is Little Dancing Bear. I'd like to acknowledge Love Medicine. Thank you, for showing up. Today we're going to do an opening as a grass dance. And what the grass dance does is bless the grounds, and we will tread lightly in our territory teachings. I'd also like to introduce my brother grass dancer, Jacob. Chemi Migwich.
Soyo Tansi. My name's Jacob, and I just wanted to thank Larissa for inviting me out to support, and thank the brothers and sisters in Love Medicine for coming out to sing for us today. It means a lot to be around people that I haven't gotten to spend as much time with as I'd like over the pandemic. The grass dance was performed by scouts or people that were setting up the new camp to tamp down the grass and prepare the encampment for the oncoming people. It's, as Larissa was saying, we're blessing the ground. We're getting everything ready in a good way to make sure that everybody that follows will be comfortable and safe, and that things will be ready for everybody, so to speak, for lack of a better word. But thank you very much. I hope.
The first song will be Old Style. It's very gentle song. What we're doing is flattening the grounds. We're being very gentle with the little bugs and the community underneath the grass. So when we lift our camp and travel, then it's left the way it is. It's an honor to be here during a very difficult time during a pandemic, and I wish everybody well and safe.
It's now my real distinct pleasure to introduce the next group, which are on stage with me, the lexwst'í drummers from the Carnegie Community Center. They've been doing amazing work here in the Carnegie and around the community for the last couple of years. Ladies and gentlemen, my pleasure to introduce the lexwst'í drummers, and Nicole is going to come up and take over the mic. Nicole.
Hi to Losses, DeLong Elfquat Logan. My name is Nicole Bird, and I have the great honor and pleasure of supporting the Indigenous programs here at the Carnegie Community Center. Out of that grew lexwst'í. lexwst'í is an amazing drum group. As Terry mentioned, we've been part of the festival for a couple of years now, and it's really, really exciting for us to be back in person singing with all of you. Now, lexwst'í means always singing in the Halkomelem language, which is the language of the Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh peoples. We are honoring the lands that we're on, and we honor the name lexwst'í. We potlatched, we celebrated, and we carry the name with great pride, and we look after the name. lexwst'í today, we have with us Stanley, Mar, Les, Priscilla, Raphael, Pat, and Igor. We want to acknowledge that we have a few members not with us today. They're not feeling so well, so we're sending up prayers and best wishes for them to get better soon. We don't have Tiffany, Sam, or Louisa with us. If they were well, they would be up here on stage too. So again, we are the lexwst'í drum group, the always singing drum group, and we're here to sing a few songs for you today. Hawa.
Hi, Leslie Nelson, Kwakwakwakwa, Gooskamoo, Nukalt. The song we're going to sing is Four Directions that come from Okanagan, Smelkamy, from the late Glenn Douglas. Here. We start from the east. Sing along.
Feel free to join and drum along with us from wherever you may be. And also everyone in the room, you're welcome to join. It's honoring all the directions where everyone in the world has come from, and also the four elements, the four colors of the medicine wheel. Hawa.
Away,
Hawa, everyone. The next song we're going to sing for you is a song that is connected to the Tecumlipstishawetmik Nation. It's an honor song, a song that they have gifted to everyone to sing and learn in honor of the voices of the 215 children of the residential school finally being heard. It started a domino effect in which many residential schools across Canada and North America, those children finally had their voices heard. We're here in the downtown east side. The downtown east side has a majority Indigenous population, and it's really important for us to honor this and to know that these people are down here for a reason. We're here for a reason. We're important, and we also are connected to the atrocities of residential schools. So, before we begin singing this song, we will have a moment of silence.
Thank you, lexwst'í drummers. Oh, sorry,
Les just wanted to say a few words.
Les.
The smudging I was doing earlier, this is a group that went out and picked the smuds out in Kamloops, where we put down prayers for the seeds that we have picked so that we can do the smudging here at Cultural Sharing. The next song we're going to do is a traveling song. It's a traveling, wherever you might be going, that you have a safe journey. And it's also for the people that have passed to have a safe journey to meet their ancestors on the other side. So it's 2 minutes to the song. Thank you.
Thank you, lexwst'í drummers. My apologies for interrupting. I thought you were doing 2 songs. My apologies. Thank you so much, everyone. Those are beautiful songs. Thank you so much. And, you know, I was thinking about songs and their power to turn us inside out and see the world with fresh eyes. And the power of songs to bring light and bring hope. And may your songs bring light. And may your stories bring light. And may your dances bring light. Thank you very much, everyone. Enjoy the festival. We hope to see you there in the community or online. And that's it. Enjoy!